Sonia here from Stampin' From My House to Yours. This is Painted Blooms, a designer series paper from Stampin' Up. And we are going to make a very fast and easy card out of it, but it is super beautiful too. And then I wanted to be sure to show you these. These are the other 12 by 12 pages that come with this designer series pack. This is like a mural. That's just one page. And then we go on up to small flowers and then coordinating yellow that is both light and dark on it. Looks like it's been sponge painted. And then more rich medium-sized flowers. Also kind of a blue sky, sponge looking paper. Incredibly rich colored dots. And then the blue and the purple. All coordinating. One pack could make, good heavens, I don't know how many cards out of it. I'm going to say maybe 12 out of each page. So, whew, that's a lot of cards. All right, let's get going with the card we're going to make. Hey there, Sonia here, Stampin' From My House to Yours. And we're getting ready to make a card. First, I'm going to show you what the ingredients are. We have Soft Sky, Stampin' Up! Paper. Your Essentials, Multi-Glue, Tombow, Stampin' Up! Paper Snips. Stamp Set, Simply Wonderful. Blackberry Bliss ink. Soft Sky ink, I should say ink pads, piece of sponge, a C block, an A block, a scallop oval punch, a dotted scallop ribbon border punch, a Stampin' Mist pad so you can clean your stamps when you're finished stamping with them, Stampin' Mist spray, and the ingredients for your card look like this. Whisper white envelope, regular sized card, which is 5.5 by 8.5, folded, 5.5 by 4 1/4. Piece of scrap paper. I always have scraps this size for some reason, and they are perfect for the border punch. Piece of white paper to use in your scallop punch. A piece of DBW, oh, excuse me, a piece of designer series paper, and 2 pieces of 5 1/4 by 4 inch Whisper white. Okay, we'll get started now. We always do our stamping first. So, let's stamp our sentiment. We're going to stamp that with our Blackberry Bliss. Take that from the box. I think the one that I'm going to pick is You're the Best. But I could have used any of those. You're the Best. I'm going to get the other one out that I'm going to use too. I'm going to use this little bitty flower stamp. Again, that's Simply Wonderful. And it's a celebration stamp set, which means you get this stamp set for free. I mean, I can't believe it, but free with a $50 order. So keep that in mind. Okay. To get your stamp to stick to your clear block, both of them have to be perfectly clean. Also, it helps if when you are pushing down on your stamp, you can see a little bit of pressure build up in there. The label gets a little white, and that way you know that it's sort of gripped on there. Now what we're going to do is stamp this. I'm going to do 2 of them. I like to do 2 of them so that I can choose. And I think my paper is big enough for that. Because this stamp hasn't been used yet, I'm going to test it on my... Aha, nice. I hope you didn't see me rock that stamp, because we don't rock. We go straight up and down. There we go. You know what? I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep that. So now what I'm going to do is take my scallop oval punch, unlock it, open it up. This looks like the part that you would want to look at when you're making the punch, but it's not. You have to flip it over because you want to be able to see where your words are. And you can kind of move them around. You can squeeze it down just a little bit to see if that's where you want it, and then give it a squeeze. Pinching hazard here, if you have your hand by that and you squeeze, you're gonna get an owie. Okay, so there's the sentiment that we're going to use. You're the best. Now the other thing that I'm going to stamp in this color is the envelope. I'm going to use the A block. Oh, probably isn't as spanking clean as I want it to be. I will put my stamp on here. Give it a good smash-a-rooney. 3 little taps. Straight up and down. Perfect. Oh, lost my stamp. Bummer. Hate it when that happens. Okay, again, I'm going to make sure that everything's clean. And another thing that, I don't know if you can see this, but when I put the clear stamp design on it that comes with the stamp set, I made a couple dimples here because I didn't get it on smoothly. And with those dimples, they kind of create air pockets that give less of a grip on the stamp. So if you can try to get your stamp label on there as smoothly and flat as possible, that will help you. Okay, let's try that again. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, before I started saying things I'm not allowed to say, I went and got a larger block, and because I think that the A block, the stamp was just too close to the edges, and that also can prevent your stamp from wanting to stick on tightly. Okay, it doesn't have enough space to grasp. So let's do 3 taps. Straight up, excuse me, straight down, straight up. I think I want a little one on the back as well. Down and up. Perfecto. All right, what else are we going to stamp? Well, the inside of the card. I would like some flowers on the inside panel, which is what this white piece is. And again, I love this little, even though it gave me a hard time, I do love it. Okay. I like to use my grid paper. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I've got it set at 4 inches to 8 inches. That gives me the 6 as the middle, and that way I have a better shot at getting that flower right in the middle. And then I flipped it over so that the curly cues are going to go down. There we go. Maybe that's in the middle. Okay. The inside panel is finished. I'm finished with the purple. So I'm going to close that up right away so I don't get other things in it. Also, I'm going to use my stamp cleaner. All right. So I don't need my card right away, so I'm going to put that there. But I do need the elements for my front card panel. Here we go. This piece of paper has been cut 3 1/4 by 4 inches, and it's going to be glued right here. Okay, so make sure I don't have something stopping at my glue. this is the back side of that. Isn't it pretty? Our designer series paper, which is also called DSP for short, is double-sided. Comes in 12 by 12 inch pieces of paper, which give you a lot of paper to use. And oh my gosh, this is such a great, it's called Painted Blooms. It's such a great series right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is going to be a little cut piece of ribbon, and then this is going to be on top of here. However, we want this to look like sky, and we want this to blend in a little bit more. So we will do some sponging on those. But first, let's use the punch. Okay, again, you flip it over, unlock it. I'm going to have to hug the camera here so I can show you how to do this. Okay. You put your piece of paper in, and you want to get it, you want to lay it right on the bottom and hold it there. Squeeze down a little bit and then punch. Okay, these are not, you know, sissy punches. You have to use a little bit of muscle on them. Okay, so I have this now, but I want it to be continuous because I want it to look like ribbon. So I am going to move it all the way over until I can see where my ribbon lines up with those last two little scallops. And I want to make sure that my paper is lying straight there. And then I hold it, give it a punch, and I'm going to do the same thing towards the end, even though I think I've got enough already. Okay, so I've got that lined up. I can't touch the paper on the other end because it's already inside the punch. Okay, here we go. Punch. Woohoo! What we're going to do is glue that across here, and then we'll cut it. But first, we are going to use our sky blue. Make sure you can still see this. Okay, sky blue. And we are going to do some sponging. Okay, I'll show you this one first. So you just keep dabbing it on there till you get some ink on there, some soft sky ink, and then you rub it around the edges of your sentiment that you've cut out and stamped. Mostly you would like the scallops to be a little darker. So the idea is not to make that completely a blue piece of paper. It's just kind of to make it look a little cloud-like. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing here. And I probably could have waited to glue the designer series paper, but I get a little antsy for the pretty part. Okay, but I will tell you the correct thing to do is do your sponging first. All right, here we go. I'm leaving a little bit of white here so that this will register. Okay. It looks like my purple may have spread a little bit when I did my sponging. That's okay. It looks pretty. It's pink and blue. But I still will think about that and remember that. Okay. So here we go. We're going to glue on I'm going to keep it all the way on the designer paper, just up to where you can't see the edge of it. Okay? flip it over. You know, I have a couple things going on here. As you can see, my paper is also over the edge of my panel, just a smidge, but these scissors are awesome at trimming. So that is taken care of. Off with that. There we go. There's our ribbon. Alrighty. What do you think? Should I raise this up a little bit so it sticks up? Yes. Okay, that was in my drawer called Sticky Stuff. Okay, Stampin' Dimensional is a puffy little double-sided tape. Put it on there. Peel the paper off. Oops. Oh, that's going to be messy to take that off of this stamp set. Here we go. Try to get that kind of in the middle. Glue on our panels. I love, love, love this Tombow. It's the cheapest thing to use. And I don't mean to say that it's like a cheap product. Okay, I am back with my decision of what to do with the empty space on the card. I've gone to Papillon Potpourri, and this is a fantastic stamp set with all kinds of butterflies. And the one I chose is this one. And what I did was I inked it up once, stamped the darker image, and then stamped a second time to make the lighter image. That's called Stamping Off. And there you have it. I think that's all we needed. So that's the card. That's what it looks like on the inside. And this is the envelope. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial and that you will come back to Stampin' From My House to Yours for more tutorials. Also, give me a call or go to my, my goodness, I did not write down my online store. Let's do it now. Sonia Nash Stampin' Up .net. That's my online store. If you want to go on there and buy some painted blooms, designer series paper, I highly recommend it, and you will have lots and lots of great paper to make some beautiful spring cards with. Okay, y'all, we will talk to you soon. Visit me again. Bye-bye.